most of the squad headed to their workout after morning skate, one player remains at TD Place. Thomas Sirman spends his afternoon testing out his right knee after an injury in the off-season. Sirman has been sidelined for the past 3 months and is preparing to make his season debut on the upcoming road trip to Niagara.
Can't really start the story, I guess, without last year. I kind of heard it in February, and I was already wearing a little bit of a brace, so I knew I had some knee problems there. July 11th, I was skating, and it was about 5 minutes into a skate, just doing a regular warm-up drill, and just taking crossovers left over right, and went to kind of stop on my knee, and it just buckled. I fell forwards. It felt like my knee was kind of on the side of my body, so I knew right away, like I felt something pop, like I felt the click. So I called my brother, and my brother came, took off my equipment, and then we drove straight to a hospital. One of the doctors said right away, you have a bucket handle meniscus tear, and you're gonna need surgery to come back from this. At that point, I was just Googling, doing my own research on meniscus surgeries and hockey players who've torn their meniscus, and a lot of it showed up 6 to 8 weeks, that's it. So for me, it was that's good. I'm thinking I can come back, start right after training camp, maybe as close to the start of the regular season as possible. A couple days before the surgery, I had a final meeting with the surgeon, and he told me that your meniscus is fully torn in a way that it's, we have to do a full repair of it and put sutures in and let it heal that way. And he said around Christmas is when you'll probably come back. And that day was pretty tough. Before, I think I was just being so positive about, I can come back as close to the start of the regular season as possible. But then when I heard that it was longer and Christmas, you definitely think about kind of your spot on the team, and so many different things can happen on a team before Christmas, and it's so competitive to have a spot and compete. So August 2nd was my surgery, so I was happy that I got it over with. I was a bit, I think, not anxious, not nervous for the actual surgery, but anxious just to get it done, because I felt like as I was waiting, it was just every day I wasn't getting better, because as soon as I got the surgery done, I felt like I was just relaxing for a bit and kind of took some weight off my shoulders. I know that it was just time to rest. At the start in the summer and September, our team wasn't playing too much, but it was painful going to physio sometimes. I loved going just because I felt like I was getting stronger, and it was a lot to kind of battle through. But definitely now, since the regular season has started and I'm watching the guys and I'm watching them go on road trips and I'm sitting at home, it's I really want to be out there, especially when it's a tight game and I see some scrums and people competing. That's I miss it the most. And then December 14th is kind of the goal us and the doctors have set for my first game back. Pretty close with my brother, and he kind of understands what could be going through your head when you have an injury and you're not playing for a long period of time. So I think him leaning on me, he's kept me kind of confident in my game and kind of reminded me that it's all going to work out, and that's helped me just stay calm and focused on rehabbing, and then whatever happens, it'll figure itself out.
Is there times during this situation that you wish your dad was here to help you out?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, every day I kind of think about him and kind of try and go through my day trying to make him proud. So a couple days after my brother's birthday, my brother had just turned 20, and then I think the day before, I think I had a game, and we were at my game, and there was actually a really big injury at my game. We only played about 10 minutes of it, and then the game got canceled, so that's kind of unfortunate that that's the last game he got to watch me play. It was only about 5 or 6 minutes long, and then, but I remember that day. My dad and my dog went up to my family cottage. It would have been about November 6th of 2019, and they went up to my cottage to close my cottage, and this was about probably the first snowfall of the year, like first kind of big snowfall. And so their plan was to drive to the marina, leave our car there, and then walk to our cottage. I remember that day I was spending it with my friends and having a good night, honestly, I think. I remember my mom coming down pretty frantic, and she's usually pretty calm. She said my dad hadn't answered any of her calls or any of her texts, and she was getting worried because it was pretty late, and he said he was going to be home sometime, maybe dinner or something. We got in our car, we pretty much were like speeding as fast as we could. It was like a snowstorm at this point, pitch black. And I was looking out the windows, trying to see if it was like my dad's car coming back or something. Got to the parking lot, we found his car. And we saw tracks of my dad's and my dog's there going into the forest. And it's a walk they had done before, so, but we knew that something must have happened at that point, and called the police, and a police officer met us at the marina. Once we got to the cottage, it was kind of just a blur for, I think that night everyone ended up showing up. My brother was at university at Queen's at the time in Kingston, and him and my aunt and my grandparents, they all drove up. And then it was just a missing person for 3 days, and that was December 6th, and then I didn't find out till December 8th that they had found his body. There was lots of people there. We were in a living room, and I just saw some more like detectives. They were wearing like big trench coats and suits, and they came in and they couldn't really get it out of their mouth. Like they were just kind of quiet, and at that point, kind of everyone just started bawling. It was terrible. It was kind of heart sunk, kind of through the floor, like just in shock for so long. Kind of the most painful feeling I've ever had in the world, and scary too. Like I had never imagined something like that happening. And after hockey games, going out and just not having him there to kind of like shake my hand. He always shook my hand, especially if I had a good game. He would talk about the game in the car. That's probably the hardest thing, just not having him there after games. Felt terrible for my mom that she wasn't able to spend more time with my dad. Hard for me to watch, hard for me to understand as well, because it was someone she had spent her life with, and he was my best friend. He was extremely passionate about sports, kind of everything I do in life. I think about him, and or when different situations are happening in life, I wish I still had him to just talk, because to me he had everything figured out. But yeah. Over time, it gets a little bit easier. I think at the start, I was so angry, kind of at the world that had to happen, and I felt like it was unfair. I think kind of since that has happened, I think it's been turn a little bit of a switch, and be just so passionate about the game. Hate losing. I know it's the way my dad would want me to play.
If you don't know the full story about Thomas and what he's been through, like you can see some of those moments and think, oh, he's just a hothead, and he can't control his emotions and all that. But
you never know what's going on with other people. There's terrible things that happen every day to people, and you have no idea. But I think just leaning on my brother, I know he's always there for me. I know he's kind of stepped up even more since my dad passed, and kind of, I remember that year especially, it was my draft year, so my brother was there for me through everything, and so definitely leaned on him a lot, and leaned on my mom, and kind of just understand that we're all in this together, and it's a terrible thing that happened, but my dad would want us to go on and be happy, and definitely wish he could see me today. But I think he'd be proud. I think I'm always working hard. I think he would love the way I play with passion and don't take anything from anybody, and kind of just fearless, the way I play fearless sometimes. I think he would appreciate that. Terrible thing to happen. I don't think it should happen to anyone, but it does happen, and I think it's made me grow up a bit faster. Life isn't forever, so you have to make the most of it, and every opportunity you get, try and work for yourself, work for your family, make them proud as much as you can.
When are you a bumper? Beautiful. So how the f can you be a bumper doing this? How can you be a bumper doing this? Or doing this? You can't. You gotta be anchored because you're coming down. What's you coming down to do? Jet check. We don't dig in with a bumper. You're gonna get killed. Charlie, Kells, waiting. Dig the f in. You can't be skating backwards. If you're bumping. So you can't practice that way. Make sense? Well, let's figure it out.
Yeah, forward.
Just this weekend I'm good.
It's an intro, just an intro back, right?
Yeah, just this weekend I'm okay.
Get in,
with it.
get a couple bombs,
Yeah.
snap a couple pucks. It'd be nice to have you back.
Yeah, it is.
And who knows, middle of the game, you might find your way back there.
Yeah, I feel good.
Good. Enjoy it.
I am. Yeah. Hey, Hiltz. Ah, boy, Mel. Hey.
Is he going to be our best forward tonight?
Yes. Watch.
What may seem like an ordinary regular season game ahead of the Christmas break has a deeper meaning for one player on the 67s. Months of itching on the sidelines and gruesome physio finally pays off as he can take the ice with his teammates once again.
Downtown St. Catharines, it's the OHL tonight. Glad to have you on board for the Ottawa 67s and the Niagara Ice Dogs. The 67s find themselves in top spot in the Eastern Conference, a spot not unusual to them. The team from the nation's capital have won the division 4 of the last 5 seasons and look to be on a pace to do it all over again this year. And this season, the 67s are doing it with defense. Ottawa has given up just 83 goals this season, the lowest in the OHL.
Just underway with the Ottawa 67s. Blue operating with the backhand half boards back for Federico. He fans on it, and that puts Giroir away. Giroir chased by Pontelou. Giroir with a move. Great save by Flores, and a penalty coming up on the play, but it's a penalty shot for Ottawa. So Giroux will come in and test Owen Flores with the move. Oh, what a great move! He scores! It took a while to decide. Flores thinks he's made the save. He's got the puck in his glove, but the referee and then said it counted. Look at Crane go, Brody Crane! And is that going to be a penalty shot or a penalty? It's a penalty shot! So here comes Crane attacking from the left side. Scores! And Brody Crane has his first goal as an Ice Dog Mielbrick gets it to Zada. Great move, Zada! Scores! The first career OHL goal by Ethan Zada is a beauty, and the Ice Dogs have the lead.
They're going 1-1-3 in the middle, correct? Yeah. So all we gotta do when we get it back to D, there's only one guy. D, you guys just play catch. Let us build it. So now we're gonna bring the wingers back, or the center can go center away, the winger come in, I don't care. As long as we fill lanes, the other winger's back. So that's your period. Let's get back to a structure. Let's get back to the simplicity of the game, and let's get that next one. Okay?
Ride battling, lost that battle. Giroux coming in, scores!
Yeah! Yeah! That's a good one, Bronson. That's a good one. That's a good one. Hey, Bronson! Fucking idiot.
Hey, we got way too much stick checker going on right here. You want to bro? Yeah. Be physical. Come on!
Taken by Bryant, slides one down low, Donoso, an absolutely masterful save.
Hey, we're getting fucking bailed out. Holy man.
Hughes gives the puck away, right to Zada. Zada coming in. Zada tries to stuff it in. It's loose at the side of the net. They score! Line, first to the puck. Ice Dogs have the lead back. Bryant out front, Paris, he got flat. Asadorian's shot was blocked. On the play across, scores! Alex Asadorian stayed with it.
The f*** is that? Huh? Yeah, we picked it up at the end, but that's... Holy f***, I didn't see it hit for the first 15 minutes out there. Joke, man. Wake the f*** up! Come in here and f***ing lose? No, I don't f***ing think so. We got another period. F***ing dial it in.
Hey, we don't need shit after the whistle. You guys are too shit to be going.
They're not shit, man. They're not shit.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not telling them they're fucking suck it out. That's not gonna fucking make us win games.
Fucking negativity out.
Exactly. We don't need to fucking be negative. Start with fucking one. Have a whole period here.
Let's do something then.
Tony's gonna grill me. Lou's face, that's so funny. Yeah, you know, my temper flared up, and I was trying to get the boys ready to go, and trying to win, obviously. And me and Lou, we're boys. We've been boys ever since we started playing together. So he came with the positivity, and I kind of came with the negativity. But sometimes I think the negativity, sometimes you need negativity to get going, and for people's minds to click that we actually need to pick it up and let's go. And then
I mean that kind of happens maybe once in a while. Maybe something's not going right like that period. But I mean, yeah, stuff like that happens.
Yeah, we definitely don't hate each other. Yeah, we're brothers. It's a bond, and brothers fight sometimes, obviously, but it's the end goal that we're trying to get to. And
yeah, I mean, I love Smitey. I mean, I love his compete. You know, he always wants the best for the team. His heart that he shows. But I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, we're great friends, and we're doing what's best for the team.
Every hockey team, I think you're gonna go into with a good chemistry. They're gonna fight. They're gonna fight over the same thing, but they're coming from different places, if that makes sense.
Bring Pinelli down the off wing, cutting in. Oh, what a great pass! Foster scores, and it's a one-goal game. And after the play, there was a brief skirmish, and Mayich ends up in the penalty box, so the Ice Dogs will get a power play with a shot down low. Save, they score on the rebound! Bryant on the power play! 6-4.
And this game had a feeling that it was next goal wins.
Here comes a shot coming, scores! Yeah!
Hey, that's one, eh? We got one more.
Stonehouse spins it in. McKenzie to the bench. Traffic in front. Henry Muse sets it up. The dangerous Stonehouse. Federco belts Stonehouse. Puck is out of the zone. Bryant, Asadorian. Turn out the lights. The party's over for the 67s. Ice Dogs win, and they will celebrate at Burkholder with their goaltender, Owen Flores.
It's the Erie Otters. It's the Ottawa 67s. Oh man, I am fired up for this one. Two very good teams, one very hot, and one who's been good all season long, looking ready for a really good battle.
Sit down, Foster. Two Pinelli, fire, scores!
Why you playing? You be popping at the cop out. Girl, I up your plans, get them swapped out. When I pull up on you, probably add a whole block out.
Foster into the slot, Stonehouse turns, works it down low, Gardner the jam, play, they score! Brad Gardner the jam at the goal line.
When I pull up on you, probably add a whole block out. Hey, this red cup got me on 10 tonight. Reckless with the corners, I'm
I love you. I love you. I love you. I can kiss you. There you go.
Call up your friend tonight. But you ain't even ready for a day in a life. And you gotta respect it from
through center comes Brad Gardner. Gardner for Stonehouse in the spot. Drag shot, he scores! Brady Stonehouse through the 5-hole of Gaudreau. It's a 4-2 Ottawa lead.
Get them swapped out. When I pull up on you, probably add a whole block out. You can't name a thing that I'm not about.
And that will do it. The Erie Otters drop this one in a very hard-fought contest. 4-2. A very tough test in the Ottawa 67.
You should know by now. You should know by now.
It's 9:45. The guys are packing up the bus, getting ready to head out of Erie, make the 3-hour, depending on the border, trip over to Mississauga, where they'll get in. Hopefully not too late, be able to get back to the hotel, get some sleep, some much needed rest. It's a tough turnaround. It's junior hockey though, it's a weekend league. These are the trips that can make or break a season, especially heading into the Christmas break where the guys' minds have a potential to wander. A quick turnaround may not be the worst thing.
The 67s looking to up the tempo here, trying to get on the board. Hilton gains the line, cross-ice pass, and connects. And Sebeski's good back check negates that. In front, save Ivan Kovic, they score! Charlie Hilton's second of the year, and it's a 2-1 game. Still 6-on-5 here for Ottawa as they look to try to tie this game with 1:02 to go in the third period. Mississauga up 2-1. Face-off won by the 67s. Play to the line, it's out, it's Vecchia, it's an empty net, and he scores! Mississauga Steelheads win it 3-1 over the Ottawa 67s, and you can hear the roar of the crowd as Jack Ivan Kovic is celebrating.
Hey, Merry Christmas, hey? And come back, and we got the second half rolling, and we'll keep this baby going, okay? So Merry Christmas, everybody. Look after yourself, okay?
After a grueling 3-game road trip, the 67s would head home with family for the holidays and a well-deserved rest.